Do you know what the word lest means? As in, judge not, lest ye be judged. Wherever you look, you will find that the word lest means for fear that, as in, judge not, for fear that ye be judged. The significance does not escape me that in a world in which fear is unquestionably one of the most significant, most powerful opponents of personal salvation, we have a quote from unquestionably one of the most significant, most powerful proponents of personal salvation that same world has ever seen, telling us that if we judge, we should fear the judgment that will be upon us. Now, I will never ask any of you to be, for me, any way other than the way you are, and I will never presume to know how or what you should think. But out of respect for you and whatever amount of time you happen to have left on this earth to do what it is that you are here to do, I will express my sincere hope that you not waste any more of it asking me to judge. Hey guys, it's Benjamin Samish, author of Creating Freedom and the founder of Move, Learn, Create. And thank you for joining me for chapter 8 of the Full Moon Sessions. This was the first one that wasn't like a rhyming lyrical piece, but I've got a few of those, so I thought I would start sharing it. This piece I wrote this towards the end of my time in prison, and it literally happened because I looked up the word lest in a bunch of different dictionaries trying to better understand that statement, that passage from the Bible that I had heard my whole life, judge not lest ye be judged. And I became absolutely fascinated by the fact that this incredible, proponent for human salvation, the chosen savior of the majority of the planet, has a statement where in it he's telling us that we should have fear. Like I said in the piece, that fear is clearly probably our biggest limitation, the biggest thing preventing us from finding salvation, from breaking through our limitations. And we're being told here that we should have fear if we do this one thing. And I spent a lot of time thinking about that because I was obviously at this point in my life where freedom was the only thing that mattered to me, and I wanted to do absolutely everything that I could on every level within myself to operate on every level that I had access to find total freedom, to access real liberation, and to make that elusive, concept of salvation something that was actually a living experience, a living reality in my life. And the more I looked at it, the more I realized that the paradox here really came from a misconception, a misunderstanding of what judgment was really all about. And I'm not going to go on very much about it. I think it's self-explanatory. It doesn't take a genius to realize that when we judge another person, all we're doing is creating a cloud within our own consciousness. It reminds me, I don't know, was it Buddha who said having anger at someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die? When you judge another person, you're not affecting them. You're not doing anything except judging yourself. You're creating another roadblock on your journey to freedom. It doesn't make any sense. So it's not that there's some, capricious power, some vengeful God who's going to judge you if you judge someone else. No, it's that in the act of judging another person for anything, no matter what it is, or judging anything for that matter, all you're doing is setting up resistance within yourself that becomes an immediate impediment to whatever efforts you're making to find and experience freedom in your own life. So for the people who definitely will and maybe are judging me, I have no judgment of them. All I can say is that, like I said in the piece, you are working with a limited amount of time here. You have a purpose. You have an ultimate potential within you that is trying to express itself. The desire in you that's driving you nuts is the incredible blessing and grace and possibility of being alive here in this experience. It's the thing that makes possible this experience of endless, perpetual fulfillment. The thing that has me up here every week raving about something that I openly admit can't even be put into words. I would not be doing this unless it was something that had consumed my life. I wouldn't be doing this if it was arduous or difficult for me. I'm only doing this because it's pouring out of me. Because it would be insane for me to try to box this up and to keep it in any way from anyone who might want to access what it is, that is overflowing out of my cup. So the only thing I can say to you is that I hope that you at least won't waste any more of that precious time that is yours, that time that belongs to you and only you, asking me to judge, asking me to invest myself in limitation, because I just can't do it. It doesn't matter, how wrong or how right something may seem. I just cannot spend my limited amount of time creating any resistance in the path, setting up any roadblocks in the path of this unbelievable life that is expressing itself through me. So I hope you took something from this episode. I hope it served you in some way. If it did, please share it with somebody. Please share it with a bunch of people preferably, but at least share it with somebody who you think it might impact in a positive way. I would greatly appreciate that. And of course, go into the description for this video. If you haven't already, click on the links that are there. Sign up for the free courses. They're incredibly powerful tools. I promise you, you will be very thankful that you did. It requires a little bit of work, a little effort. It requires a little bit of effort, but it is going to yield results that you will be extremely grateful for. And I will be so grateful to have you continuing this journey with me. So do that, and I will see you next time. Thank you.